Hey guys, I am a couple minutes late and I've literally just been standing here. My clock doesn't say noon, and so I forgot that it was different than what my phone says. So sorry I'm a couple minutes late. We've got a lot of goodies today. I'm super excited. I'm Brooke with the Junk Parlor. If you haven't been on here before, I try and do 2 sales a week, always Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then normally Tuesday or Thursday at noon, I'll do a lunch sale as well. So how this works is you will just comment sold and say that you want something. And then at the end, when we get done, I will send you an invoice. If you haven't purchased before, I will need your email address and your zip code. And then Friday is my shipping day. So then you can take anything that you've purchased throughout the week, and I will put that into one package and send you an invoice Friday morning for shipping, and then get that shipped out to you as soon as that is paid. So if you need something ASAP, just tell me and I can totally make that happen too. Other than that, I think that pretty much covers everything. I do put the things that didn't sell live into Instagram stories and Facebook stories as well. And I had one person reach out to me and ask me how to get to stories. And I have a tutorial up on the blog. It's probably the easiest way to find it. It's called Navigating Facebook is the blog post title. But I did screenshots and I showed you how to find stories, because that is a common thing. A lot of people don't know how to find stories on Facebook. And so that will tell you what to do. So hopefully that will help a little bit. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. I've got this little cute drawer front with a bunch of layers of paint on it. Some yellow, some cream, some gray, green, and then you've got some wood poking through. It's just a little drawer, and this is $20. Hi, Ronell. Thanks for watching. I tried to make sure I grabbed enough things to satisfy your need today. So 12 inches on this drawer front, $20. Then we've got a couple of just hand rakes. This one looks like a child set, and this one, who knows from what it is. But you could definitely spray paint this one all white, or they actually sell spray paint that looks like metal. So you could totally tape it off, paint the orange metal, and paint the handle a white or something. So you can repurpose that. So $2 on these little rakes, garden tools. Okay, then I pulled out some Christmas. So we've got this package of bows, and they are $4 for these vintage bows. And then I was able to get a bottle brush wreath. This one was like 3.5 inches, 3¼ inches in diameter on that bottle brush tree. And it is $8. So $8 on the bottle brush tree. Then we've got, I don't know if this is Fiesta ware. I'm not a Fiesta ware collector. I don't know if it's normally stamped on the bottom. This one does not have a stamp. It's a pretty shallow bowl, but bigger than a cereal bowl. And it is $15. It's about 7.5 inches in diameter. But it's nice and shallow, so it'd be easy to do a display in it, and you could still see the color of the bowl, because you know my favorite color, and then stuff that you have in it would show off too. So you could put a whole bunch of keys or wooden spools or anything you collect in there as well. So $15 on this green bowl. I would say it's Fiesta ware type. Okay, then we've got some randomness. We've got a bunch of doll heads, and these doll heads, some of them have jewels with them. So to do something fun, you could just throw them all in a candy dish. You could do something with them for Halloween or just year round, but see how she's got some bling on her. So you've got, I don't even know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 9 heads and a few arms in there for $5. Okay, then we have some hooks. So I'm selling these as a set. So here is one of them. Here is another. This one is very unique. And then this one has a chunk of chain on it and would be one that kind of locks in, although this one's rusted. But normally this piece is going to flap so that you can unhook the chain and the chain's not going to just fall off on its own. So you're getting 4 hooks and they're $20. $20 for the 4 hooks. Okay, then we've got some old serving spoons. So you can turn these into jewelry, you can stamp things on them and like put them in your garden or in your potted plants and say what herb it is. You can fold them and then use the spoon piece as like a candle holder or holding some miniature on display. So you've got 5 serving spoons and they're $10. $10 on the serving spoons. All right, Phyllis wants the doll heads. Okay, then we've got a silver trophy. It says in appreciation, LNHOMA is what it looks like. Newcomer. Lima newcomers. I don't know what it is. But this would be great. Those spoons aren't quite tall enough to go into this trophy cup, but having something tall come out of here, whether it's a plant or wooden spoons or some little spools or paint brushes, that would be really cute on this trophy. $30 on our silver trophy. Okay, we got another little Christmas thing, this little miniature mug. It is $5. $5 on our little Santa mug. Okay, then I got some new brass creamer and sugar. These are a lot bigger than another set that I have. So you could put them separate or together. You could have them in your bathroom to store your washcloth, Q-tips, makeup brushes. You could take the lid off of this one and use it to store stuff in as well, or just repurpose it and put like your makeup brushes in here. It's just a great shape on both of them. And they're $30 for the pair. $30 for the brass brass, sugar, and creamer. Oops. Okay, then we've got, that just fell out. These are fish cards, and they are actually Go Fish card games. So you've got the Go Fish on one side, and then they are colors on the other. So the box is kind of falling apart, hence why all the cards fell out. But $5 on the Go Fish game. Okay, then we've got some more of those pencil stencils. And again, they look better when they have the pencil on them versus when they don't have, when they look new and unused, or at least I like this look better. I think you can see the image easier. So we've got blow, we've got whip, and we've got stunts. So blow, whip, and stunts. So you're getting these three for $6. $6 on our stencils. Okay, then thinking of spring and doing ducks and bunnies and chicks, we've got this duck that's brass, and it is $6. $6 on our brass duck. Okay, then this, I don't know if it's supposed to be a measuring cup or this little wooden bucket. It is new, so it's a reproduction. It's reproduction Treenware, the Salem collection, I think is what it says. So $10 on this little reproduction wooden box. Okay, then we have some more horse tack pieces. These say Boit on them. I have them facing the correct direction. $5 on our Boit pieces that are for horses. Okay, then we've got a swan feed sack. There's a little bit of black on the front, as you can see here on the side, but $20 on the feed sack. Okay, then we have a few cards. This, I think, are the numbers from, like, if you played a bingo game, you would cut those out. And then these are cards from some kind of game. And there are 4 of them. And these are on some nice thick cardboard, so they would stand up really well in like a flower frog, or one of the things that I have today is like a time stamp card holder, and these would fit really nicely in those as well. So $2 on these game pieces. And here's what I'm talking about. So this is available also, and it's just, it would have held the time slots, but you can take a card like this and display it. So you could do bingo cards, pictures, road maps, any you know, thing that you have that you could slide in here. And I like it, I think it would go in here straight across, which it would. So you could do that. I like it coming out at an angle just so you can see more of the card. So $2 on those game cards. And then this piece is ready to be hung on the wall. It's a Latham time recorder company is what the sticker says. And it is $30. So $30 on this time card holder. Okay, next up we have a wooden tote. This side is shorter than this side. So if you were putting it somewhere like on your counter, you could have this be the front. You could put a bowl or some kind of tin in it and stand it up. A small platter or plate, and then you could put, you know, a ball jar in there with some silverware standing up in it. You could do greenery in it. You could put your plants in it. You could set it and stand it up and just not even fill it with anything. You have lots of options. So $28 on this wooden tote. And I'll give you the length on it. Is going to be about 15 inches. So 15 inches on our wooden tote. All right. Better get caught up. We got the doll heads with Phyllis, and then we've got Phyllis wants the stencils. Ronell wants the wooded, never mind, she said. Tammy wants the horse hooks. You want the Boit ones. And Tammy wants the game pieces, the game cards, yep. And Robin wants the time card holder. And Laura wants the wood tote. Okay, this one is Catherine Beecher Buttermints. This green tin, again, you know how much I love green. It is $15 if I can get the top off. The inside is in good condition. So you could totally store stuff in there if you wanted, or just use it for decor. So $15 on our Buttermint tin. Okay, then we have yeast foam, root beer, and other beverages. It's kind of faint, but you can definitely see this side. It is $28. It's dovetailed. You can kind of see yeast foam on this other side, and Illinois is kind of there towards the bottom. And then there would have been writing on all of the sides, but I would say this side comes in the best. So there's a little crack in the bottom. $28 on this guy. It is 8 3/4 by 6 3/4. So root beer or yeast foam crate. Okay, then we have this Uptown Dairy, Charles City, Iowa milk glass jar bottle. And it is marked down to $25. It says cream top, regular U.S. Patent Office. Up here is like embossed on it. So $30 on our Uptown Charles City, Iowa milk bottle. $25 if that's what I said. Sometimes my mind and my eyes don't all work together. So we've got another hobnob piece. This is going to be a creamer probably. And we have 2 of them. This would look great with some plants in them. They're $10 for the pair. $10 for the hobnob creamers. Okay, then we have this coral and kind of turquoise colored planter. You wouldn't have to use it as a planter. You could definitely fill it with anything that you have. It is stamped 873 on the bottom, and it is $24. So $24 for our coral color planter. There is a little bit of a chip here on the bottom. Okay, then I know somebody's going to know what this is, and I want to know. I didn't really research it. I just grabbed this yesterday. What are the holders for? That's what it looks like on the inside. So I'm sure it's a specific piece. I don't know what it is. But I almost thought it looked like an egg, so I think it would be cute to set out for Easter. And then you could obviously put probably a cloche on top of this if you could find one that's the right size, and have this be the bottom and then set this somewhere else. But I'm very curious to know what this actually is, and I'm guessing one of you knows. $20 on this silver plate piece. Okay, wheels are always popular. I think this is about the last one that I have that's not attached to something. $5 on the wagon wheel. Okay, then we've got this Union Leader cut plug tin. Probably the top is the most worn. I think the sides are really in pretty good condition. And it's just one that hinges. And it is $35. So $35 for our Union Leader cut plug tobacco tin. $35. All right. Laura wants the tote. Marilyn wants the mint and the root beer box. Looks like a candle holder. I don't know. It's just so weird because it has that clip part on the side. Jennifer's got the wheel. Okay, next I'm doing a bundle of 3 books, and they're all kitties, and they're golden books. The first counting book with the kitties on the cover. Looks like somebody got it in 77. That lamb is really cute. It is published in 1976. So the counting book. Then we have the color kittens. The back of it does have some damage, and it has some coloring on the inside. It looks like copyright 1958. So see how someone added their artistic touches to the front. And someone maybe cut out a fish. Interesting. Just noticed that. And then we've got the Shy Little Kitten. And this one, copyright is 1977. So $20 on the 3 books with kitties on the cover. Okay, then we've got a Tips cigar box. And this is $5. These are nice to just store stuff in, and if you can have a stack of them, they're awesome. This one's a little bit different because it's square, not rectangular, but $5 on the Tips. Okay, then we have, I don't know if this is technically a brush that you're supposed to dust with or if it's just a decorative piece, but I think that it looks really good just stuck into a vase. It also is made so you can hang it on the wall, and it is $10. So $10 on our, I'm going to call it a broom. Okay, then we have this architectural salvage piece. It would look great in a bowl hanging, standing up in there, or in a vase. You could also probably get it to stand up, although it does have an uneven bottom to it. But this is $20. And I'll give you the length on this one. If you go to the tip, is going to be about 11 3/4 inches. So $20 on this piece of architectural salvage. Okay, then we have some drawer pulls. These are silver and vintage. I just take them off of things if I don't have the whole set. $8 on these silver ones, and they do all have screws that fit. One of the hard things with the old drawer pulls is that a lot of times I don't even know, metric system, whatever, it's different. So a lot of times the new screws will not fit in those old pulls. So note to yourself. Okay, then we have this rusty crusty pulley. It is rusted into place, which you could still get some twine or rope in there and use it to hang a light. Use it to have 2 buckets on each end. So one thing that I've done before is you can take some buckets, tie them to the twine, and you just put 2 at different heights and then hang it from the pulley. So $30 on our rusty pulley. And I am selling this bucket too. It's a nice heavy duty one. It's not lightweight. It's farm fresh. There is like a rusted through spot, so it's already going to give you drainage. And I can probably really pull on this and get it to close, hopefully for shipping, because it'd make it cheaper that way. But $15 on this bucket. It definitely doesn't want to go down very easily. Okay, then we have this chunk of, what would it be? I don't know, a leg, spindle. I could see definitely cutting it and making a couple of candlestick holders that way, because you have your nice chunkier pieces that would allow it to stand up. You could even just have it be really long like this, hang it vertically on the wall. Lots of options on this. It is $8. It's not painted, and it doesn't look like it ever has been painted. So probably about 17 3/4 inches long on this. So $8. Okay, then we have another turquoise bowl. This one has the feel of stoneware. So I'm going to say that it's a stoneware bowl. And I also think just how the groove is here, that it would have had a lid to it. So possibly some kind of casserole or bean pot. But the color is great. It is stamped USA at the bottom, and it is $25. So $25 on what I'm calling the crockware bowl. Okay, then I do lots of projects with music sheets, and I have a ton of hymnals. It's not that this hymnal is very old, but whatever church it was in had retired it. Skimming real quick. 1986 is the copyright. So 1986, you're getting 3 hymnals for $15. So you could keep them and use the red cover as some coloring, or you could repurpose and use the music sheets. So $15. Okay, next up we have a brass candlestick that I painted. So I repurposed it and did a project with it, and then I tore the project apart. This is just an example of what that metal paint looks like. I don't know if you can see it very well on the screen, but you can get paint to look like pretty much anything. So this has been spray painted but is brass underneath. $15 on this brass candlestick. See if I can get it to not roll off. Okay, then we had, I found some more music rolls. So you're getting 5 of them for $10, and just kind of like I talked about the last time I had some on here, you can put them in the center of your table and use them like as a table runner. You can hang them on the wall. You can crumple them up and put them in something just kind of as a filler. So you get 5 piano rolls for $10. Okay, then this little bucket is just super cute. It's bigger than a paint can. It's pretty lightweight, but it has the handle on it. I don't know. I just really love the shape and the look of this. I think it would make a great vase. It is $20. $20 on our tall, skinny bucket. It's going to be about 10 1/4 inches tall. $20 on that bucket. Okay, I put this in a water tray for paint. Hopefully you can see it okay. So the poles are all metal, but these plastic pieces that would hold the handle to the dresser or cabinet or whatever, these are actually plastic. So you've got, unless I'm losing my mind, but I'm pretty sure they're plastic. So you've got plastic, this piece, and then you've got metal handles. So there are 8 of them, And there are 17, so you get one extra of these holders. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, eight of those, and then there are 17. So you get one extra holder. Not all of them have screws. Okay, so some of them don't have screws. $20 on your 8 drawer pulls. Okay, then we have another piece of architectural salvage. This would be great hanging on the wall. You could put it over a door or a window. It has been broken at some point. It had something on there. But $15 on this decorative piece of architectural salvage. And just as a length, you're looking at 21.5 inches long. 21.5 inches long. Okay, next we have this base that is probably for a cloche. It almost looks like a breadboard, but I think it would make a good base for a cloche. It is $15. So $15 for the cloche base, and it's about 9.5 inches in diameter. Okay, then we have some hardware, and I am not exactly sure how it works, but when I bought it, it was all together. So you're getting this door pull, and then these pieces go with it. So probably why I have never used it, you can see there's some copper wire tying them all together. Probably why I've never used it is because I couldn't figure out how to make it work. But you could just shove it in a candy dish or a clear dish and show the pull off or handle off. $28 on our door handle. Okay, let's get caught up here. Jennifer got the wheel. I think that's where I ended out. Shelly wants the salvage. The first one, the Fiesta ware, is going to be more green, and the crockware, stoneware, is more turquoise. So can you see kind of the difference? This one is more green, this one is more turquoise. All right, Tammy wants the music rolls. Phyllis, you're next on the music rolls. I do have a few left, Phyllis, so I'll try and send you pictures of those. Jennifer, second bucket sold. Is that the tall skinny one, I'm guessing? Tammy, you're next. Sarah, you're after that. All of you like that one. Amanda might have been first on the tall skinny bucket. I don't know which bucket we're talking about here, so we'll wait and see what Jennifer says. Phyllis wants the cloche base. Valerie, you're next on the cloche base. And we'll keep going. Now we have this, it's a Knowles utility ware made in the USA. Mixing bowl for $30. It's got a red band at the bottom, and it's just got awesome crackling and patina on it. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. There are a few little cracks there on the inside. You can kind of see them go through, but it's still solid. It would look great on your shelf. Okay, then we've got this wooden handled paintbrush for $10. Actually, I think it's plastic. It's still $10. Plastic handled, made to look wood, $10 on the paintbrush. Okay, then I have a couple of ceiling plant holders. This one is very decorative. Has that little safety thing so that the chain's not going to come out. This one is also pretty decorative. It's just a different kind of decorative. But $10 on our plant hooks or ceiling hooks. Then we have some rusty crusty wall brackets, shelf brackets. These are things that you could totally repurpose and just use them as is. set them on a dresser and just have them be out, or you could actually use them in a functional way. They are farm fresh. I would probably spray them with a clear coat before I did something with them. But $10 on our metal shelf brackets. Then we've got this Watkins, A Few Old Favorites book. It's a music songbook, and I don't think there is a copyright date on it. Just says printed in the USA. So you've got music and lots of advertising. So $10 on our Watkins book. Okay, then I've got, since the other ones were cats on the cover, this time I got a pile of dogs. So we've got Benji, and this one is copyright 1978. We've got Porky, and it has some artwork in the beginning. 1969. Some artwork in the beginning and the end, looks like. And then Pantaloon. And this one has a little window on it. It is 1951 on that dog. So you've got the 3 books that are dog themed, and they are $20. So dog books are $20. Okay, then we have this cast iron. It's been painted at some point. I have clear coated it, and you can use this to put a pot, do a plant. I even saw somebody took a wooden spool top and put it on here and made a little table. So you've got lots of repurposing ideas. It is $40. So $40 on our cast iron stand. Okay, then we've got a towel. This is $5, and it's just a feed sack towel. It doesn't have any stitching or anything on it, but somebody has added little hooks to 2 ends so that you could easily hang it up. So $5 on the towel with the blue loops. And then we've got this feed sack. Again, more for repurposing. It's been cut open, so it would have been like this. There is a little bit of markings on it. You could totally stencil whatever you wanted on a feed sack and then reupholster a chair. You can turn them into like a cafe curtain. You can get a tension rod, and then the rings with the clips on it for your like shower curtains, and they have smaller versions of those. And then you can clip these as well. This is actually what I did in our basement, and I just folded it over a little bit, and then when you clip it, it kind of bundles up, and you can, make it look like that, and then you have an easy, cheap curtain. So $5 on this chunk of feed sack. Okay, then we have a watch box. It is pretty much gold on the front. The bottom, you can see that the flowers still have some coloring on them. It is Bolovia, I don't even know, tradition. So you could put some jewelry in there. You could just have it set out. You could use it as a riser, but it is $3. $3 on our watch box. Then we have this little box with the rose on it, possibly a jewelry box with just the paper on the inside. You could stand it up and use it as artwork, or you could keep it in your entryway and store your keys in it, your change. That way everything is in one spot, and it is $10. So $10 on our rose box. Okay, then I grabbed some more hooks. And these you can add to those pliff blocks. You can add them to rosettes, any barn boards or salvage scraps that you have. I grabbed 5 of these, and they're all different, and it's $15. $15 for the coat hooks. Then thinking of spring, I grabbed all the yellow that I had, which are 2 6s and a 1, and $15 for the yellow pool balls. And then we have this colander. It's not one that has stars, but it does have some feet. So you can use this on your counter, set some apples or clementines in it, or you can use it to roll up some of your embroidered tea towels. $10 on this one. Then I'm sure we've seen that wall basket walls are super popular. So this one would be a great one. The sticker or the stamp says made in Taiwan, Republic of China. This one would easily go on the wall, and they're so lightweight. So I like when they're all different in different sizes and kind of like a wave or a wind. $10 on this basket, and you could use it as a basket versus hanging it on the wall as well. You're looking at about 13 3/4 in diameter. $10 on the basket. And then this would be great as a centerpiece, one layer, and then you could put things on top of it on your table. But it would also be great hung on the wall as a piece of artwork or incorporated into your wall basket. And this one is $8. $8 on our centerpiece. Something's going by. Okay, then we have, I think this is called Dusty Rose pattern. It's a big platter with some nice patina. It does have a chip right here on the edge, and it is stamped ironstone, and it's marked down to $30. So $30 for our Dusty Rose platter. It's going to be 15 3/4 inches long. Okay, then I grabbed some succulents. So I have a handful of this style of succulent. The plastic on these is really soft, and it is $7. So if you want this succulent, say $7 succulent. And then I might have 2 of these. This one, the stem is not going to bend. Like a lot of times I will bend them to fit them into things, like this one. And that's not going to happen on this guy. $3 on this succulent. And then how are we going to distinguish that? Say succulent number 2. Succulent number 2 is $3. And then this succulent, again, it has a pretty stiff, well, it'll bend, I guess. This one is not as stiff. $3 on succulent number 3. Then we have this little shorter succulent, and it is $5. So succulent number 4 is $5, and I have multiples of these. You can also take the succulents and stick them in flower frogs and just not have to have them in a pot. I have a lot of this style of succulent, and it is $10. And it is succulent number 5. So I'll keep those in order. And then our sixth succulent This guy is $3. $3 on this succulent. Okay, I think that we'll call it a day on that. So after this, I will get you invoice for your items. If I don't already have your email address and zip code, please get that to me. Just send it to me in message. If you weren't able to watch the whole thing and you want to know what's left over, then as soon as I get things organized here, I'll hop onto stories and share in stories what's still available. And then Thursday morning, I will post still photos of what's still available, because I know some of you prefer shopping from still photos versus video. So let me get caught up here on what we've got. And okay, so Jennifer was the tall skinny bucket. Crockware, the turquoise one, Marilyn. Debbie wants the red band one. Tammy wants the 2 plant holders. Isn't it crazy that my mind totally goes nowhere? Plant holders, plant holders. I'll have to look through my stuff again and remember what that is. Charlotte's second on the plant holders. Tammy wants the brackets. Tammy wants the book, which those were the dog books. Or Tammy was at the Watkins book. Phyllis, I need to see what Tammy says about the Watkins book. Laura, were you wanting the dog books? Phyllis, rose box. Amanda, coat hooks. Wicker piece for $8. Thanks, Ronell. I tried to have more stuff this time. Yes, the green one was for sale. I don't remember if anybody got that one. Let me look here at the price because my memory is terrible. $15 on the green one. Ceiling plant hooks. Thank you, Tammy. Okay, I'll get you guys invoiced here shortly. Have a good day. Thank you.